PDC Fitness Center. Hope you guys are having a good summer. I know there's been a lot of rain. Reason I'm coming to you guys today, I know we like to be outside if it's not raining, doing a lot of physical activity, whether it's hiking, biking, running, golf, tennis, whatever it may be. We got to take care of our body so we can do those things. So today what I want to go over with you guys is just 6 exercises, 3 upper body, 3 lower body, that will help you do your activities safely outside, helps with maintenance. What I'll go over today is just some things for the shoulders, some shoulder mobility and stability, some things for the lower body, primarily hip mobility and leg stability. And again, these will help with any activity that you guys like to do. Doesn't matter what it is, like I had said before. As far as equipment goes, you won't need much. I mean, yourself, so your body is the main thing that we need. I have a foam roller today. That I'll use for stability on one of the exercises that I'm going to show you. And then a kettlebell or a dumbbell, either one is fine for what we're going to use today. And then that's really going to be it. If you wanted to have a mat, if you wanted to do some of these exercises like in a kneeling or half kneeling position, that's certainly an option for you. Without further ado, I just want to take you through one set of everything just to make sure you guys understand the form, the mechanics, and maybe a little bit at the end I'll help you understand kind of why these things will help with everyday life activity and especially those summer things that we like to do outside. Like I said, hiking, biking, running, golf, tennis, disc golf, whatever it may be, pickleball. That seems to be really popular these days. This could be a quick 10-minute workout you could throw in beforehand to warm up, or it could be a maintenance workout you throw in throughout the week. So the first thing I want to go over today is called an anterior tib raise. So that is the muscle that runs down the front of the shin here, helps with ankle mobility or dorsiflexion, pointing the toes up. What you need to do for this, generally I'll have someone stand against the wall, a nice flat back, walk your feet out away from the wall, and then lock your knees. Once your knees are locked, I'm going to point my toes up as high as I can and then back down towards the floor. I want to keep my knees locked on this so that anterior tibialis muscle is doing most of the work. Here you're going to do 15 to 20 reps. It doesn't seem like much, but it'll start burning around 10, 11, 12. You'd be surprised on how much you'd start to feel this. Just going to show you quickly from the side. Obviously, I'm not going to be standing against the wall, but if my knees were locked and I just point my toes up, not getting very high there, it's a lot easier if I lean back against something and I can just focus on that ankle movement. If you are having trouble with this, stagger your stance and just do 1 foot at a time. This is going to be a little bit easier. If I do single leg while I have support from my other leg, either way is fine, but what you want to shoot for is 15 to 20. You would want to do 3 sets. I like to rest about 90 seconds in between each set. So that is an anterior tib raise, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps, all you got to do. No problems there. The next one we're going to do is called a hip airplane. I'm going to give you guys a side view for this. I like to do this for a lot of the clients I work with on a lower body day to help them warm up, work on hip mobility, also on single leg stability. So it kind of hits both things. What you should have for this one is something to help you balance. The balance can be a little bit tricky for this one. I'll show you guys multiple views. Again, this is a good one for balance, stability, and mobility. So I'll give you a side view first. I'm going to place this foam roller down. You can use anything, the wall, something sturdy, something that will help with your stability, your balance. I'm going to balance on my left leg. I'm going to hold with my right. What I'm going to do is put my other hand on my lower back as I start to lean forward. My other leg's going to come up in the air. So here you can see I have a nice neutral spine. My chest is just about parallel to the floor. I can come up a little bit. I want to stay neutral here. That's the first thing, so I'm not hurting my lower back. I'm using this roller here for my stability with my opposite arm. So my right arm and my left leg are working right now, or you'll see a mirror image in the camera, so it'd be the opposite of what I just said. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my torso and my hips towards the wall and then back towards the floor. I'm gonna just do 5 reps here. I'm trying to keep that back leg extended up. I'm only using the roller just enough to keep my balance. I'm not solely relying on it, and then I'm just gonna stand up. I would do 5 reps. I just want to show you guys a different perspective there. So I'm just gonna face the camera here. I'm gonna look straight down. Same thing. I'm gonna turn, and then I'm going to square up to the floor. What I like to think of on this one, I'm like the rotisserie chicken on the little prong that's spinning. So if that's passing through me, I'm just turning and rotating on it. Then I stand up. I'll show you a few reps from the other side. So I'm going to hold with my left hand, balance on my right leg. So I'm going to lean forward. I got my hand on my lower back. So here I'm just making sure this is stable. This hip is extended and straight. And now what I'm going to do again is turn my torso towards the wall. So my right leg isn't as strong as my left. So I'm using that roller just a little bit more. So I swivel everything to the wall, then I square back up to the floor. I'm going to feel that hip glute area. Also, that leg's working a single leg balance. If you have trouble with the balance, there's another way you can do this. I take what's called kickstand stance. Kickstand stance, we start off almost the same. So if you guys can kind of see here, I'm just going to put one foot back and keep it down instead of lifting up. I'll still put my hand on my lower back. I'll lean forward, and I'll do that same turn, that same swivel. That'll work on the hip and the glute. It's a little bit easier than the single leg variation that I just showed you, especially from a balance perspective. So again, I got this leg, my left leg is forward. I'm going to lean forward at the hips. My back leg is there for support. I'm going to swivel my torso towards the wall, towards the floor. I will feel that hip. So that's a kickstand stance that you can use. So again, the hip airplanes, 3 rounds of about 5 on each side, and you're good there. Last one I want to show you for the lower body today. Again, kind of working on the hips just a little bit. I'm going to take a nice wide stance here. I want to make sure this is comfortable for me. I'm not straining or overstretching here, but I want to try to get outside my hips. And some people will call these groiners because we're going to kind of work on the groin, the adductor muscles, and opening up the hips. If you want to call it a side lunge, that's fine. We'll just call it a side lunge today. A lunge would imply a stepping sequence normally, but for today, that's fine. What I want to do from here, I just want to lean towards one side. Put my hands on my quad. The depth is up to you. You got to do what's comfortable for you. You're going to feel the quad. We're getting into the hip. And then I'm going to shift my weight back to center. Then I'm going to go down into the other side and come back to center. We want to do 5 on each side. So let's just go through it here. There's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. And number 5. So again, take a stance that's comfortable. I mean, you can go as deep as you want as long as it's not bothering the knee, the hip, the ankle. I mean, you can go way down here. If you have support or something to hold out in front, you can definitely get more depth. Again, that's up to you. And you will feel those quads. You'll feel a stretch through the groin and the adductor muscles. It's a great one. So 5 on each side for that side lunge or groiner exercise. So that's everything for the lower body. Let's move into the upper body. We'll start with the shoulders here. Shoulder mobility. So this would be where you grab your equipment, your kettlebell or a dumbbell. What I'm going to do is just grab the base here. What I want to do is just lift up over my head and then go behind it with my elbows facing the ceiling. What I'm going to do here, just moving at my shoulders and my elbows, is circle my head. I'm shaving my head here, close haircut. And I'm just going clockwise for 10 reps and counterclockwise for 10 reps. The bigger the loop, as you can see, I'm increasing the size of the loop going in front of my chest, reaching back a little further behind the head. The better it's going to be. But again, start small. And now I'm going to reverse the movement. This can be done with a dumbbell. Just make sure you don't knock yourself in the head. I want to give you guys just a quick side view here. So as I'm reaching, I'm trying not to compensate. I'm not moving my torso, moving my head, doing the limbo. I'm trying to stay stable and make my shoulders and elbows do all the movement. It'll help open up that upper back and thoracic spine too. And there you have it. So that's a kettlebell or dumbbell around the world. 10 each way for 20 total reps. It'll get your heart rate up a little bit too. Also, just working on a little bit of strength to stabilize that weight, but also range of motion around the head. Great for shoulder mobility, great for a warm-up, really good. The next one we're going to do is called a bottoms-up hold if you have the kettlebell. If it's a dumbbell, it's just going to be a stability hold. We'll use a kettlebell here in this video. What I'm going to do is grab the handle. The heavy part, the bottom, is up. I want to make sure I'm stable here. I'm going to hold right out in front of the shoulder. Once I'm stable, I'll keep this hand ready just in case I start to lose it, then I can grab it right away. I'm not going to just try to save it. What you want to do is brace with your core. That means someone was going to hit you in the stomach. Draw the abs in, create tension. Shoulders, both of them are pulling down and back. Elbow we're going to lift up just below shoulder level and be slightly out to the side. Should almost look at like it's 90 degrees. I'm pulling my shoulders down and back, and I want to hold this and stay stable and be pain-free. I'm looking at trying to hold for 20 to 30 seconds. I'm just about at 20 there. I'm going to bring it down nice and easy. Just relax. And then we'll go to the other side. This is a great shoulder strength and stability exercise. Creating stability in the shoulder, making sure we don't have any pain. Anyone who's ever worked out with me before, this is a staple in the warm-up. And sometimes this is part of the regular workout as well. So I'm going to hit that other side, same thing. Again, I'm slightly out to the side, almost at 90 degrees at that elbow joint. Abs are drawn in, shoulders are down and back, and I'm looking at holding 20 to 30 seconds. Just about there. Keep that core tight. We want to brace. It's not just your arm and upper body working, it's everything in the upper body and the core. And I'm going to bring it down. So that is a bottoms up kettlebell hold. Really good exercise to warm up the shoulders, the upper back, creating stability in the shoulder, getting you ready for any type of activity that you're going to do. So, last thing I want to do, you're not going to need the kettlebell, but what we want to do is, it's called a Y handcuff. So this is something you would do lying on your chest, on the floor, on a mat. So I'll show you guys real quick here. So I have my mat. I'm going to show you from the front view. And what I want to do here is just kind of angle the camera down so you guys can see me. So for this one, if you don't have a mat, laying on the floor is fine. But again, this is a good shoulder stability and mobility exercise. So I lay down on my stomach here. I'm just gonna reach out in front so my legs would come down flat. So if my arms go out in front, I wanna be in a Y position. So again, for this Y position, if I was gonna show you, I'm out here, so about 45 degrees. I'm not straight up, I'm not directly out to the side. So again, I'm just gonna lie down here, give you guys a different perspective. So what I do is I'm out in that Y position. My chest comes up, my arms come up. I am gonna just simply sweep out to the side, go to a handcuff position so I'm on that lower back, making sure that's pain-free. I'm gonna relax my chest, and then next I wing my elbows out to the side, lift my chest, and I'm gonna go out to the front and relax everything again. I'll give you guys a side perspective on that. So again, for this Y position, I'm gonna go chest up, arms up. That's my Y position. I'm gonna sweep slowly to the lower back in that handcuff position, overlapping the hands on that lower back. I'm gonna relax my chest and my shoulders. Then I'm gonna wing my elbows up, lift my chest up, coming back out to the front. And then relax, chest down. So that one, 3 sets of about 5 reps would be really good. That's called a Y handcuff from a prone position. That just means lying down on your stomach. Really great for shoulder mobility, working through range of motion, trying to make sure we're pain-free. Everything we did today, applicable to everyday life, any type of physical activity, especially those things we talked about. Tennis, golf, running, hiking, biking, swimming. All of these movements we did today will help with any of those things. So just to review kind of what we went through today, 3 upper body exercises, 3 lower body exercises. Equipment needed minimal, kettlebell or a dumbbell, a foam roller, something for stability, and a mat. What we started with was that anterior tib raise, that's standing against the wall, walking your feet out so you're almost at about 45 degrees, pointing your toes up as high as you can for 15 to 20 reps. After that, we went into those hip airplanes. That's that single leg exercise where we get our chest parallel to the floor and we're swiveling back and forth, working on hip mobility and single leg balance. I also showed you a modification or a regression where you keep your back leg on the ground so it's easier to balance. Then we went into the side lunge or groiners to work on the hips, quad strength, loosening up the groin and adductor muscles. We did 5 on each side there. You'd also do 5 on each leg for the hip airplanes. We finished up with the upper body. We went kettlebell or dumbbell around the worlds, 10 clockwise, 10 counterclockwise. Then we went into the kettlebell bottoms up press, our hold, where we're just holding out in front, 20 to 30 seconds on each side for 3 sets. Finished with the Y handcuffs where you're lying on your stomach, going out at 45 degrees with your thumbs up, sweeping to that low back, lifting the chest up, then lowering the chest down and going back to that start position. So in the video, I'll leave the description of the exercises, the amount of sets, the amount of reps. If you are interested more, reach out to the HD Fitness Trainer email address, or you can reach out to myself. I'm Raymond Hearn at harleydavidson.com. We'll take care of you guys. We'll help you guys with your workouts, whether it be for outdoor activity or just anything you're looking for. Whatever your goals, your needs are, we can help you out. If you want to come in for a fitness assessment or do it virtually over Teams, we can do that for you guys. We're here to help out. So hope you liked the video. Hope it helps with you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Have a good day.